Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So I have my girl Christine here from Gator Training.
What's up everyone?
So we're going to be talking all about nutrition, about pregnancy, before, during, and after. All of the questions that you guys have just sent to us through Instagram, we're going to be answering them here today. Just in general, also just questions that you guys are curious about, whether you guys should avoid or not. You know, what you guys should be including in your nutrition. So yeah, I hope that you guys are excited. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the questions. So the first question that somebody asked is, what's the ideal weight before getting pregnant? And we're gonna talk about a little bit more about my experience, just so you guys get an idea. So when I reached out to her, obviously I was already trying to be fit. You know, I was already in my 5 days a week in the gym, trying to eat healthy and everything like that. So I kind of got the idea of what I should be doing already with my body before being pregnant. So I was already preparing my body for like months in advance.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was really cool because you were on a fat loss journey for a while. We worked together for, I'd say, about a year. And then you got to a place where you wanted to maintain, you wanted to start building some muscle. And it was really cool because when you first broke the news that you got pregnant, I believe you were around, 143 pounds?
Yeah, I was 143.
Yeah, and you're how tall?
I'm 5'5".
5'5". So she was already at a very healthy weight. You probably want to be at a body mass index between 18 and 24. And when she told me she was pregnant, we were so excited, and we got to redo her macros. And
because I was like, we need to rearrange
everything. And before that, I think we had you at maintenance because we were trying to build the glutes, keep the waist small, and you made really great progress. During that time, filling out the muscle, dropping your body fat.
I felt like I was at my best because, I don't know, I just felt great.
That progress picture was amazing. Yeah. That was so amazing. And so we ran her macros. We got her BMR, total daily energy expenditure, and we have tons of more videos on that if you want to check those out on my channel on how to calculate your macros. But what ended up happening, so for Yasmin, if she just wanted to maintain her current body mass when she first got pregnant, she would have needed to be at 2,038 calories, which is a decent amount of food for somebody who's 5'5".
Yeah. And
then being pregnant, it came up to 2,340 calories. So her actual pregnancy macros, people would be shocked to hear this. She was at 130 protein, 250 carb, and 95 fat. And that's what we set you at for the first trimester. Yeah. Now, how has that been going for you so far?
It was so hard to be eating all that food. A lot of it, obviously, because it had to do with me being nauseous most of the time. But a lot of people think right now I'm eating a lot of food. But the macros that I was supposed to be following is a lot more than what you guys are seeing me
eat. Yeah. And I know you were saying a lot of people were asking questions about morning sickness because you've been struggling with that.
Yeah.
And I'd say one of the top things to overcome morning sickness is to keep a morning sickness diary. You really want to write down like how your body's responding to different foods, different scents. What types of things have you been personally experiencing?
So I had my first, I would say, experience with my morning sickness when it came to the salmon. Like the smell of it, right away I was like, what is this? Like my stomach just felt like turning. And then once I started eating it, I was like, oh no, this is something that I just cannot eat at all right now. And then after that, the chicken, I could eat it a little bit, but then after like the third bite or something, I was just like, okay, yeah, no, this is not going well. The bison meat. It was just kind of like those smells, like just cooking it and then looking at it. I don't know. It just made me so nauseous.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up the salmon because I know you really wanted salmon on your meal plan.
Yeah, right before I started with the morning sickness, I had, obviously we talked about my macros. I told her, I was like, oh, I love salmon, so I want salmon in my macros,
And people are surprised. Like, you can have salmon when you are pregnant. It is safe. It is a fish that's lower in mercury. Shrimp's okay. Tilapia is okay because they're all lower mercury seafood. So seafood, like, a lot of people think you need to avoid it. You can still have seafood when you're pregnant, but you just need to be mindful. Keep the portion around less than 6 ounces per day. But if you didn't have the morning sickness, you would have been able to have that.
Yeah.
So things like other things that help with morning sickness also is smelling lemon. smelling mint. And we talked about this briefly. Vicks Vapor Rub.
I didn't know it would help with
it definitely helps. You can like put some like right here, or even like rub it on your temples, but it'll help with that nausea.
Yeah. So anybody that is having extreme morning sickness, try it out.
Yes.
It might help you.
Definitely. So some other questions people have been asking, and I know you were asking me a lot in the beginning, is like what supplements to avoid.
Yeah.
So I know you take
because
some
obviously,
different supplements.
You know, when I was in my whole fitness journey, I was just dedicated. I was trying to take my supplements, like, and I know a lot of people take pre-workouts and, you know, just like in general, any other supplements that are out there in the market, but there's some that are not safe.
Exactly. So you definitely want to stop all the pre-workouts, any fat burners, anything with a stimulant. And then we talked about caffeine. So caffeine, you definitely want to keep caffeine under 200 milligrams per day. So if you're used to your daily cup of coffee, that's it. You get one. Now,
you just get one.
You get one.
That's me right now.
And you got to make it work. And we also talked about, you also want to avoid decaf because decaf is actually worse when you're pregnant, and in my professional opinion, because in order to make a coffee decaffeinated, you have to soak it in organic solvents. When I say organic, not like the healthy organic, like the chemical organic solvent, and there can actually be excess toluene on decaffeinated It's just
bad.
Yeah. Stay away from decaf. Keep it under 200 milligrams per day. You get 1 cup, and then the rest maybe you can switch to tea, water with lemon, all those types of things. So we definitely want to stop the stimulants, stop the pre-workouts. Yohimbe is also another ingredient. So I know you take some protein supplements. Protein's okay. They're going to put a disclaimer on the jar that says, you know, consult your doctor. They have to say that because for legal reasons. But if you look at the ingredient deck, as long as there's no fat burners, stimulants, Yohimbe specifically, because side effects of Yohimbe, it's a common fat burner, can be seizures, high blood pressure. So remember that. Yohimbe, stay away from it.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, if it doesn't have it and it's just strictly just for protein,
it's fine.
It's completely fine. Yeah, you can still put it in your shakes if you want. Because I know that for me, it was really hard to have my protein intake while I was being, you know, nauseous. So the only way I can take in my protein at that moment was just through the protein. Yeah, the shakes.
And the shakes didn't make you nauseous?
No.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because I would just add fruit and like veggies, and that would make it like nice. And I would not add any like sweeteners to it, just because all I wanted was just something plain. And so that was my only way to
that's really smart. And I definitely encourage you guys to try to stay away from the artificial sweeteners. I mean, in moderation, it's not going to be the end of the world, but you definitely want to try, if you can, stay away from them.
Yeah.
So it's not going to kill you per se, but we just want you to kind of steer clear of those types of items. Maintaining your weight during pregnancy.
Oh yeah, that was a big question of how to maintain your weight while you're pregnant, which is, I know, a lot of concern for a lot of women, because, you know, some women just don't want to be gaining so much weight.
Exactly.
And then also just because it's not like healthy, you know, when you're trying to have your baby and all.
Yeah, so a lot of people want to take that eat everything approach. They're like, I'm pregnant, it doesn't matter, I'm going to eat everything.
Yeah.
You do not want to do that, because it's going to be like 10 times harder to lose weight afterwards. And I know we're going to be working together throughout that whole journey. But like, guys, I encourage you guys, now is not the time to be eating all the garbage. You want to be eating nutrient-dense foods. And I said, you know, her macros are generous. 130 protein, 95 fat, 250 carbs. That's a lot of room to work with. It's a lot of room, but like, you don't want to be eating garbage. You're going to gain body fat. Now, talking about weight gain, I know in the first trimester, people are going to gain the most weight, probably anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. But then after that, it's an average a pound a week from the second and third trimester. So total, I mean, you should really only be gaining 25 to 35 pounds when you're pregnant.
Yeah. And that's exactly what my doctor told me.
Yeah. So you started around 141, I believe?
143.
143. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, we're expecting about, 25, 35 pounds. So, you know, I mean, you know, you hear Kim Kardashian goes over 200 pounds and she's 5'2". Do you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be harder. So if you're pregnant or considering getting pregnant or trying, you really want to just start eating healthier now. It is only going to be harder, because you're going to be dealing with a child. You're going to be dealing with all kinds of things, and you really want to dial that in now.
Because also just making time to also go to the gym might be hard and everything.
Oh my goodness.
So,
But we're going to hold you accountable. We're going to hold her accountable. So.
No, I'm excited also, like, just in general after I have my baby, how I can transform my body again.
No, you're definitely gonna do it. She does anything she puts her mind to.
Yeah. Another question that a lot of people also asked was how soon or in the pre-pregnancy should you start taking prenatals? Because I know a lot of people have asked me like, how long were you taking prenatals before you got pregnant and all this?
Yeah. I'd say as soon as you're in that trying to conceive mindset, just start. You definitely want to start getting a prenatal vitamin that includes folate, at least 800 micrograms per serving.
Yeah, in my experience, because I was already trying to get pregnant for like many months in advance, I was taking prenatals way before, just because I was already trying to be conceiving.
Absolutely. And you want to be consistent with that.
Yeah.
Consistent, same time of day. You can't just like take it when you feel like, I feel like being healthy today. No, you gotta,
no, every day you gotta take it. Yeah,
absolutely. So that's very important.
Yeah. So just as long as you're trying to get pregnant, you should already start taking prenatals in general.
Absolutely, because that's going to give your body all the nourishment to receive it and, grow the baby in your womb.
Yeah.
So all that's awesome.
And then I also have questions about after the pregnancy, because I know a lot of people expect or experience hair loss. That's a big one. Just in general, like your skin also and everything. So people were asking like, what can you take? I mean, you can still take those supplements.
Absolutely. There's a lot of good hair, skin, and nail supplements out there. DHA, collagen is a really hot supplement right now, and it works. It rebuilds connective tissue. It helps your skin. It's definitely something I would say you probably want to take at least 20 grams of collagen per day. Excellent.
I take it right now at the moment, just because also with stretch marks, you can take it during pregnancy. So it does help. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that same with the vitamin E, vitamin D, that's going to be really great too.
Yeah.
Because you can proactively help prevent that, because if your skin has all the connective tissue, it's going to be a lot easier for you. It's definitely a really good tip, because a lot of people think of it after the fact.
Yeah.
And they also think of just lotions. They don't think of it from within. Yeah.
Yeah. So not only, also obviously, other than collagen, you can just hydrate your body by taking so much loads of water.
So, and the last thing we're going to cover is what foods to avoid when you're pregnant. And you definitely want to stay away from the raw meats. So that means no sushi.
Yeah. And I know a lot of you guys, when you guys see me at the sushi place, you guys think I'm eating raw food.
But there's
I'm not.
cooked.
Yeah, there's cooked.
There's definitely cooked sushi. Fish with mercury, deli meat, hot dogs, processed meats. You got to stay away from those things. Unpasteurized cheeses, so like brie, feta, goat cheese, as well as some Mexican queso, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I know. And I was like so scared, because the only cheese that I can actually eat, that my body will actually take it in, is only one brand. And I checked it and I was like, oh my God, thank God it is pasteurized.
Yes. Yeah. So pasteurization, for those of you guys don't know, it's a high pressure process that actually kills off bacteria. Yeah. So some cheese does contain like bacteria, but it's like part of it, like yogurt does, all that kind of stuff. So,
but I mean, it's not like that you completely have to avoid cheese. Like, you just have to make sure you read the label, make sure that it says that it is pasteurized.
Correct. Those are definitely the main ones that you want to steer clear of. Other than that, you just want to make sure that you're eating healthy, getting nutrient-dense foods, and making your health a priority. If there's no other time in life that you're really going to like try to eat cleaner, this is the time to do it. You're growing a child. Like, if that doesn't wake people up, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Because I know that for me, at first, I was very, very concerned, just because I knew that in the back of my head that, like, it's like, well, I'm trying to grow my baby. I'm trying to, make my baby be strong and healthy as possible. And I know that some of you guys were telling me, like, no, fuck it, just eat the cupcake or, like, whatever, But it's like, no, I sometimes do have to, like, remember that, like, no, we got to make sure we grow our babies to be healthy and strong,
Exactly.
But don't feel so completely bad, just as long as you go back to your routine.
Exactly.
It should be fine, but, if you have it, like, don't
beat yourself up over it. It's not the best choice. Do you know what I mean? It's not the best choice. It's like, would you rather fuel your body with the best fuel or, like, the crappiest one? It's just, it's a matter of personal choice. But it's just not the best choices you could be making. Yeah, I hope this was helpful for you guys. It was great chatting with you. I'm so excited for you. So when are you due?
I am due November 3rd.
Oh boy, so you have a baby for Christmas.
Yes.
So excited.
But we're definitely going to be doing a follow-up video with you guys, just in general, about more in-depth about nutrition. This was just kind of like to cover like the overall idea and just more
Yes.
about my experience with my nutrition, I guess you could
Yes,
say, with
and
my
your journey.
pregnancy. But yeah, so just in case, you know, that you guys are already curious about any other questions, leave them down below. Me and her are
Yes,
gonna also be
absolutely.
answering as many as we can, you know. But thank you for coming.
Thank you for sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, my loves. So with that, we will see you guys on the next video.
Bye. Peace.